Here at Storymap, we try and find the most interesting stories about Dublin, the kind of stories that you wouldn't have heard of and most Dubliners haven't heard of. So we go to the most interesting places and we hunt down the most interesting characters in the city to try and capture Dublin's personality through stories and storytelling. We film on location where the stories happened and then upload and integrate it into a Google map, with the idea being that you can walk down any street in Dublin and find the stories, the hidden gems of stories that are underneath your feet.
It seems apt that here in the smallest pub in Ireland, the strangest man with the biggest personality plotted a tiny mission with the greatest of ambitions.
And as the Dubliners came onto the beach, so too did these 53 whales.
So our project's already been doing really well online, with a lot of press coverage attached to it, but we want to bring it to the next level, and that's where our Fundit application comes in. We're looking for money through Fundit to develop an app for both iPhones and Android. This app, the Storymap app, will have a number of functions that are really interesting. One is story alerts. When you're walking down the street, it'll alert you to various stories that have happened nearby. For example, if you were walking down Dame Street, you'd be alerted to, on the one side, the theft of the Irish crown jewels in 1907, which is a scandal that almost rocked the British monarchy.
And those jewels are still missing today. They've never been recovered. There's still a £1,000 reward on offer for their successful recovery. And it's really one of the great unsolved mysteries of 20th century Ireland.
And then a few paces away, it would alert you to, in the Olympia, Maureen Grant's story, which is a woman who's worked there for 63 years.
And I had no intention of marrying because I had a child every year. I was like a rabbit.
The other function it allows to do is to develop custom tours. This will let somebody follow a tour through the city through stories. So they'll follow a route like Romantic Stories or Romantic Dublin, and these will bring together all the love stories that we've collected along a specific route. Or there might also be Queer Dublin, where alternative gay culture is represented in a route of stories. Or Criminal Dublin, or Ghost Dublin. Or even, people might even upload their own custom tours, which they've discovered themselves by linking different stories in a certain way.
And I thought I was getting married on Valentine's Day. I really did. I was so smitten. I was just absolutely ecstatic.
And even without looking, I knew it had to be me ma and one of me aunties, who, Trinity or no Trinity, and how prickly they were about coming in here, were getting their back up against this priest.
The smartphone app is really important for our project in a number of ways. One is that it makes our project much more accessible on the street and creates a different experience of the project.
This sauna was infamous for priests dropping dead a few years beforehand, and amazingly there'd been another priest there to actually give them the last rites.
The other is that by creating custom tours, we're able to target tourists in a bigger way, and alternative tourists especially. The kind of person who comes to a city and doesn't want the regular kind of tour guide aspect to it, but just wants to see an authentically local vision of what Dublin is.
Old Driscoll turned around and he says, "Daddy is 2 thumps. The tuppy hits the man, the tuppy hit the ground." And he called me 2 thumps.
And the third thing is that through this custom tours and tourism, we'll be able to generate a profit. We've been running without funding for the past while in Storymap, just running off our own passion and kind of enjoyment of the project. We do need a certain amount of money to come back so that we can continue the project and expand it. We see this as a way to see cities that can expand to the whole of Ireland. There can be a national way that Ireland can represent its storytelling culture in a unique and very innovative, modern way.
Sort of the horrific story of my first one-night stand.
Nothing could wake him. There's power on us beating away, banjos, fiddles, guitars being played, and nothing could wake him at all.
But I'll just take a little memento. So he sliced off Donnelly's right arm.
If I had my life to live over again, I would still fall in love with you. Hip hip hooray. Good luck, good luck.